Nosotros usamos el condicional y también el imperfecto del subjuntivo para expresar situaciones hipotéticas. Hoy vamos a hablar de las situaciones hipotéticas en clase viernes. Vamos a hablar del otro uso del imperfecto del subjuntivo porque este concepto tiene dos usos, por eso se llama parte A. ¿Ok? Bueno, si Profecita fuera presidente de College Charleston, impondría más disciplina con las situaciones raciales que están ocurriendo recientemente. Porque las personas que están participando con estos actos raciales no hay consecuencias, en mi opinión. Entonces, impondría. Es el verbo imponer, ¿no? Impondría. Más de tomar una clase, ¿no? Es decir, fuera presidenta. ¿Cómo se dice fuera presidenta? Yes, if she were president, she would what? ¿Cómo se dice impondría? El condicional, she would impose. Exactamente, muy bien. Más disciplina. Repite. Más disciplina, porque no hay disciplina. No hay consecuencias. Ok, regresando a la gramática. Fuera, if she were, or if Harry were, or if we were. Por ejemplo, fuera means were, but now let's talk about the grammar. Where does fuera come from? What's the infinitive of fuera? Where have you heard something similar? Muy bien, Jake, tú ganaste el peso. Fue. Fue is what? Aaron, está bien. Ok, sí, ok. Aaron obviamente quiere crédito. Entonces, fue. ¿Qué es fue? What do you know about fue? We've heard fue before.
It's the imperfect of...
Close. You're close. Not the imperfect, but the preterite of what?
Boy and ser.
Ser and ear. Ser and ear have the same, I understood what you were saying. Ser and ear have the same preterite tense conjugations. Fue. Okay, so this verb, which makes sense, were, which is the hypothetical use of is or am, which would be like soy. I'm not the president. It's not Friday. No es viernes, pero si fuera viernes, if it were. So it comes from ser, or it could also come from here, in this case ser. And we're taking, this is the conjugation, this has nothing to do with meaning. We're taking actually the third person, because we have this little R here, the third person plural, like ellos fueron a la playa, of the preterite tense conjugation, taking off the O-N and changing it to the appropriate ending. Don't worry, we're going to see more examples. And the more examples you see, hopefully, the more obvious and predictable it becomes. So when I officially introduce these conjugations, you're like, ok, otra situación hipotética. ¿Qué haría Profecita si viviera en Francia? Si viviera en Francia, hablaría francés. Obviamente, ¿no? O trataría de hablar. ¿Ok? Viviera. ¿Cómo se dice viviera? ¿Qué quiere decir viviera? If she were to live. Right, exactly. Porque yo vivo en Charleston, no vivo en Francia, pero si viviera en Francia, hablaría francés. So, otra vez, condicional. She would speak if she were to live. Están casados el condicional y el imperfecto del subjuntivo. ¿Cuál es el infinitivo? Vivir. Excelente. Vivir es el infinitivo. And what did Sam say about ser and fuera? What did she say? The conjugation comes from what again? Like if you're given the verb ser on the supersite and you need to produce fuera, how do you get there? You first reflect on what? The preterite tense conjugation. Exactly. And here, an er, regular verb, in the preterite tense is vivieran. And we just took the on off and changed our ending to an a, viviera. So even though it has nothing to do with the past tense, in this particular context, we do use that preterite tense order of operations to produce our final response to convey the idea of were to live. Otro ejemplo. ¿Qué haría Profecita si supiera invertir bien las acciones? Invertir acciones es más o menos una palabra de vocabulario. ¿Qué es invertir acciones? Probablemente invest well in what? Stocks, right. Acciones or stocks. Pero el verbo conjugado es supiera. Supiera. What in the world does supiera mean? What would Profecita do if she blank invest well stocks? Repeat it? No? Okay.
You would make.
If she were to what?
Invest well.
Invest well. If she knew, invest well is invertir.
If she knew.
If she knew. Sí, muy bien, Sofía. Saber. Te doy un peso. Saber. Supiera. Por ejemplo, nosotros hablamos del verbo saber con infinitivos. When you use saber with an infinitive, it expresses what? Like Venus and Serena Williams, saben jugar bien el tenis. They know how. So when we use saber with an infinitive, it's expressed to know how. So nosotros sabemos leer, ¿no? Muchas personas saben nadar, ¿no? We know how to swim. Supiera, if she were to know. I don't know. Yo no sé invertir en las acciones, pero si supiera, yo tendría más dinero. Hablemos de la conjugación supiera. How did Sophie come up with saber from supiera? First of all, is it regular or irregular based on that? It's totally irregular because it doesn't look anything like the infinitive saber. Sup, right? Exactly. What do we know about that? We talked about it last fall. What is supiera? Comes from what? What did Sam say? What? Actually, that's a different verb. Suponer is to suppose. Saber is to know. But what did Sam say about the verb conjugation? What are we reflecting on? The preterite. Supieran. Found out. Remember last fall in class when Harry found out that we had class on Labor Day? Remember that? We used that in class. It was actually on the test. I don't know if you remember. Most people didn't get it right. Supieran. Supieran means to find out, but that doesn't have anything to do with supiera. Supiera is if you were to know, but we need to reflect on those irregular preterite tense conjugations, which is what makes it so painful in terms of producing your response. Okay, un ejemplo más. ¿Qué haría Profecita si pudiera tener aumento de sueldo? Aumentar de sueldo es una palabra de vocabulario. What do we know about aumentar? To go up or to gain or salary. Exactly. So what do you think aumento de sueldo means? When you get a raise. Exactly. Chicos, empecé a trabajar en College of Charleston en el año 2008. Mi primer año aquí. Y es el año 2019. Y todavía 11 años después, yo recibo la misma cantidad de dinero. No he recibido, soy adjunct. Adjuncts no reciben aumento de sueldo. Aunque durante los últimos 10 años en Charleston cuesta mucho más dinero para vivir aquí. No se calculan cost of living con adjuncts. It's like, no importa. So, ¿qué haría? Es una situación hipotética recibir un aumento de sueldo. All your adjuncts have never earned, I get paid the exact same to the dime as I did 11 years ago. So, see, I know, it's like criminal. Mm-hmm.
I feel like CFC is made up of like all.
That's higher ed. That's not unique to College of Charleston. That is just adjunct professors in the United States. And adjunct professors make up a greater population amongst faculty throughout higher ed.
You
So
can't have tenure either.
no. I mean, we're only hired semester. We sign a semester contract.
They don't even
So.
index circulation.
No. And the parking garage used to only cost $5.
Now it's 18 or something.
Yeah, it's over $10. So I'm like, we can't even
It's like
park
maxed
here.
out at 18 or 16.
Sam? I'm the one, because I love my job and I love what I do, and I could earn money doing something else or going somewhere else, but I just cannot abandon this because I love it. And there's a lot of other things that are beneficial to my job, and at the end of the day, time or money, I choose time. Also, estoy casada. Y eso es parte, ¿no?, de mi situación económica. Si no estuviera casada, no podría trabajar aquí. Necesito el dinero de mi esposo. Ok, entonces, y mi esposo recibe cada año un aumento de sueldo. Pero si pudiera tener aumento de sueldo, podría ahorrar más dinero para, jubilarse. So, ahorrar, guardar dinero, ¿cómo se dice ahorrar más dinero? Es una palabra de vocabulario. Save. Save money to do what? Pensión.
Oh, to retire.
Retire.
Never gonna be able to retire.
Jubilarse. Sí, yo no tengo dinero para jubilarme, pero mi esposo sí. Mi esposo está guardando dinero para mí. Es muy buen esposo. Me quiere mucho. Ok, entonces, ¿qué significa estas situaciones hipotéticas? If I were to receive a raise, or if I were able to have a raise. Were. The concept of were. That's all we're saying. So in terms of its meaning, it's like pretty obvious. But the conjugation is what's difícil. Why? Because you have to remember those preterite tense endings, which are the hardest ones, including the irregular ones. Tuviera, estuviera, supiera, dijera. All those irregular preterites, you thought you were free from them when you finished 201. But yet we conclude your Spanish learning experience with those irregular preterites haunting you. But it's only third person plural. Pregunta?
What is it? There's a blank. What is it often used with? Is that often?
The conditional.
Okay.
It's often used with the conditional. Sorry. So how do you form it? You have to write the third person plural form of the preterite, regular or irregular. And then, step 2, you drop the what? O-N. On your verb. Whether it's an AR verb or an ER-IR verb, the O-N comes off. And so this is really your stem of the imperfect subjunctive. So you drop the on, and then you're going to put on your ending. For yo, it's an A. For two, it's AS, and LAO said it's an A. What do you think nosotros is probably? Amos, right? Exactly. And then what do you think the ending is for ellos? Ellos, ustedes? Not just the letter A, but the letter A-N. Right, exactly. Everything that we've learned in terms of conjugating. But let's practice them. Practiquémoslas. Okay, en sus papeles tienen estos verbos.